Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. Nearly 2 years ago at a field hearing in Fresno, you said, quote, "The water situation here in California is critical. The situation has created hardships on water agencies throughout the state, affecting not only its economy, affecting people, our communities, forcing us to be proactive in providing more certainty of water for our communities," unquote. Madam Chairwoman, since your proclamation, this committee has done absolutely nothing to address the problem. If this committee had taken real action, we would not be faced with a state allocation of water of 5%, the lowest in history, and soon to be released federal allocation that will probably also be the lowest in history. So once again, I come before this committee to ask my colleagues to take real action to resolve the water crisis in California. Unfortunately, the legislation before the committee today does no such thing. As you know, I requested a bill, the Turn on the Pumps Act, to be included in today's hearing, a bill that would immediately bring relief to the families of the San Joaquin Valley. Instead, in continuing the reckless inaction of this committee, my request was denied. As you may remember, nearly all the members of this committee, the Speaker of the House, Senators Feinstein and Boxer, all voted in 2003 to provide relief for the citizens of New Mexico. Let's take a look at what happened in 2003. It may sound familiar to you. As a result of litigation by radical environmental groups, a federal judge ordered water taken away from urban and agricultural users to protect the silvery minnow, a 3-inch bait fish. This action immediately threatened the water supply of the city of Albuquerque, as well as many other users in the region, such as farmers and Indian tribes. In reaction to this crisis, one politician declared, quote, "The fringe environmental community which wants to take away the city's destiny, wants to take water away from the mouths of our children, will not prevail, not as long as I am in office," unquote. You may be surprised that this statement came from the Democratic mayor of Albuquerque, Martin Chavez, who subsequently ran for the United States Senate in New Mexico, but had to drop out. Clearly, if you not walk the radical environmentalist line, you will be disowned by the liberal left. Mr. Chavez knew that the radical environmentalists were a threat to his community, to the people he represented. He fought them, and thanks to a bipartisan vote by this Congress, he won. The people of New Mexico were spared catastrophic water shortages. Today, we have a chance to show the people of California that they are too represented in Congress, that their problems will receive more than lip service from this government, that they will receive the same respect that the citizens of New Mexico received. The 3-inch bait fish that is destroying communities in the San Joaquin Valley is no different than the 3-inch bait fish that threatened the water supply of Albuquerque. Here's a picture of the silvery minnow and California's Delta smelt. You can see these fish could be twins. Despite what the radical environmental community says, the smelt species is not in jeopardy of extinction. In fact, here's a report that CRS did. You can see all the dots on the map up here where all the smelt species live. So the same people that voted to help the people of New Mexico are now blocking relief for Californians today. This committee's inaction has forced thousands of Californians to seek relief in food lines. The valley that has produced the bulk of our nation's fruits and vegetables, the valley that has fed the world, is now the valley that has to rely on communist China for food rations. This box of carrots was handed out at a food bank in the San Joaquin Valley. Has this great country declined to the point where we are importing communist carrots to a region that produced 89% of our nation's carrot supply? Madam Chairwoman, the people of San Joaquin Valley do not want welfare, they do not want your bailouts, and they definitely do not want your communist carrots. I yield back.